it's Mandy from Mandyleeplays, and in this video I'm going to do my last 3DS collection. Now the 3DS is coming to an end soon, and I actually did a top 5 3DS games you should buy before, you know, they're all gone. I'm going to do a final collection of the games that I do have. I don't plan on buying any more games in the future because, one, they're expensive, and two, you know, I got the really good ones, to me at least. So I was like, let me do one last hurrah and do a final collection for this awesome console. The 3DS has an amazing library of games. It had a long lifespan. It held Nintendo up when the Wii U was doing trash fire. So it was an amazing handheld. And even though the Switch does better, it's safe to say that nobody will disagree that the 3DS and DS family have left their mark on Nintendo in a good way. Anyways, let's get into the collection. So as of now, I have 2 DS's. My first one is a 3DS XL. Now this one was my first 3DS. Actually, no. Not my first 3DS, but first 3DS XL. I was kind of sad that they only had 2 colors at the time, which was black, the one I got, and this like maroon red, kind of like my jacket. So the next DS I have is a 2DS XL. This one's really special to me because it's my first special edition console that I ever had. And I love the Pikachu, is so cute, and it even has like a lifted nose. I don't know if you guys can see it from here, but it's so cute because it's like, he has a little nose that sticks out. And here's what it looks like inside. Like I said, very cute 2DS, and I just love it. So those are my DS's that I have. Now I do have one DS carrying pouch. I had this since like forever. It's the only one I had, and honestly I love it. So basically it looks like Link's item bag, and it has, you know, Zelda right here, which is very cool. But inside is just a typical place where you could put your 2DS or 3DS, and then it has 2 slots where you could put games. It also came with a Master Sword stylus. It came with the Shield stylus, but I don't know where that went. But the Master Sword, watcha! It's very cute. Alright, now for the moment of truth, the actual games. Now I'm going to break this up into their series so we could, you know, do this faster. First we're going to start with the Mario games. So first we have Yoshi. I have Yoshi's Woolly World and New Yoshi's Island. Now I love this game, but the crying baby was annoying, but I do love this game. It's a staple. And Yoshi's Woolly World I really loved. Like, I loved it way more than Yoshi's Crafted World for the Switch because I like the woolly aesthetic to it, and it came with the Poochie amiibo, so I really love this game. So I love Yoshi games, especially Yoshi Woolly World. Highly recommend them. And next we have our Luigi's Mansion. I have Luigi's Mansion, the original one for the GameCube, but this one was remade or remastered for the 3DS, and Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon. Now, I didn't really like Dark Moon as much, but it's still a good game. But Luigi's Mansion was so fun and refreshing, and I loved it. And these games are really fun, and I highly recommend. Alright, and now to the next one, and that is Paper Mario Sticker Star. Now, as a Paper Mario master, veteran, you know, expertise here, I could tell you that this game is hot trash, but it's still a good game. It's just not a good Paper Mario game, if you get what I mean. So if you want to play it and not look at it like 1,000-year door, then you'll probably enjoy it. But if you're looking for a Paper Mario adventure, then you probably won't. So it's up to you with that. But this game I liked for what it was, though it is the worst Paper Mario game, in my opinion. And next game is a game that I did not touch because they kind of released a sequel for the Switch. Yeah, I fell in that trap again. This is Super Mario Maker for the Nintendo 3DS. I literally ripped the plastic, played a little bit, and they announced a sequel. I mean, at least it wasn't $60. Now these games. Okay, the next few games are games that I feel get really disrespected. So, I love to watch collection videos for the 3DS, Switch, and all that jazz. But in all the 3DS content that I've been consuming, because there's a lot, because it's, it's coming to an end, I've scarcely heard people mention this game. So I am going to do it justice here, because it's my video. So the games I'm mentioning is the Mario and Luigi series. These are like the best RPG adventure for Mario and Luigi, especially Luigi. He is the best in these games. Now we have Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga, Mario and Luigi Paper Jam, Mario and Luigi's Bowser's Inside Story, plus Bowser Jr.'s Journey, Mario and Luigi Dream Team, and I don't know what happened here. I guess maybe one of them's my sister's? I don't know. But I have two of the same games for some weird reason. So these games are basically Mario and Luigi going on an adventure together, an RPG adventure together. The gameplay is pretty consistent between the games. It has so much unique characters. You go outside the Mushroom Kingdom. The dialogue is so funny. Luigi is always funny. And I just love these games, and I wonder why people haven't mentioned them, because they're so good. Now, basically, well, this is not a review, but I highly recommend these games, especially because these were like recently released 3DS games, so you can find them like regular price. They're just really good games, and they're really fun. Now the next game I have is Mario & Luigi 3D Land. It's your typical Mario platformer, but for the 3DS. And New Super Mario Bros. 2, before they added the Wii, the Switch. This one was the OG on the 3DS. It's still a really good game, especially on handheld. Alright, now time for some jrpg goodness. First we have Bravely Default, and Bravely Default 2nd and Lair. These games are on my top 5 buy before they're gone list for the 3DS. So watch that for a more in-depth reason on why I love them so much. But needless to say, I love them so much. Highly recommend. Very, 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 very good. And next, again, there were games that were on my list as well. And that is the Fire Emblem fam. Over here we have Fire Emblem Awakening. Now I have Birthright physically, but I have Conquest in the disc or the cartridge, and Fates as well. And we have Fire Emblem Shadows of Valentia Echoes. Now I love Three Houses, but these games will always hold a dear place in my heart. Next we have our Pokemon gang, and that is Pokemon Alpha Sapphire, Pokemon X, Pokemon Moon, and Pokemon Ultra Moon. Now the only one I really liked in this game was Pokemon Alpha Sapphire, but the other ones were okay. I never finished Pokemon Ultra Moon because I just couldn't. Now I might go back and revisit these, but as it stands, I'm kind of really done with the 3DS Pokemon game. And next games we have is Persona Q, Shadows of the Labyrinth, and Persona Q2, New Cinnamon Labyrinth. Now these games are spin-off of Persona, obviously. So I really enjoyed these games. They're kind of challenging, but it's very, very fun, and it's nice to see all the Persona characters like collide with each other. It's like a nice fanfic over here. So really enjoy these games. Alright, and next is the Zelda gang. We have Zelda Majora's Mask, and I also had Zelda Ocarina of Time, but I don't have a case for it. It's just loose. We have Zelda Link Between Worlds and Zelda Triforce Heroes. Now, y'all know how I feel about Zelda, so I'm not going to sit here and say that it's such a good game, you should buy it, because you already know by now. But yeah, I highly recommend these games if you don't have them, especially Link Between Worlds. It's kind of a retelling of Link to the Past. Oh, and I forgot another Zelda game, but for good reason, because I don't recommend you buy Zelda Warriors Legends for the 3DS. Number one, it's on the Switch. It has all the DLC, costumes, all that stuff on the Switch version. Number two, it's really, really frustrating to play with the 3DS controllers. And next we have the Kirby games. You know them, you love them. Now we have Kirby Triple Deluxe. This was the game that I did for my first video on YouTube. Aside from the nostalgia reasons or, all that, it's still a really good game nonetheless. And next we have Kirby Epic Yarn. I love this game. I like the yarn. I kind of like yarn aesthetic with Woolly World and this one. So I really enjoyed this game. Now I also have Kirby Planet Robobot. But I don't know where the case went. I mean, I have the game. It's in the game case, but like, I don't know where the case went. So gotta look for that. But anyways, I love the Kirby games on the 3DS. And next we have another game that I put on my list for recommendation, and that is Animal Crossing New Leaf and Animal Crossing Happy Home Designer. Now, New Leaf was a lot of people's entry point to Animal Crossing, and while it's not my entry point, this is my favorite Animal Crossing game. But I do like New Horizons a little bit more. This one is still really good. Highly recommend these games. Alright, time for games that didn't really fit into the series. First being Chibi Robo Ziplash. Now I got this game because it was super cheap and because of the amiibo. Alright, next game is, I think this game came with my 3DS, and that is Pilot Wing Resort. I really haven't played much of it. And the next game we have is Sushi Strikers, The Way of Sushido. Now I played this game very little. It's very fun. It's like a diner dash with sushi. And next game is a very familiar game, and that is Miitopia, an epic face-off between good and evil. Now this game is on the Switch, and I actually own it for the Switch, so I double dipped. And next we have a game that a lot of people recommended I play because it wasn't on my recommend list, and that is Dragon Quest VIII Journey of the Cursed King. So yeah, I do have it. I just haven't played it that much. I'm not really that big of a Dragon Quest fan, but I'm going to give it a try because I've just heard really good things about it. So, and next game we have Are You Smarter Than a 5th Grader? I just like to play quiz games like that. They're really fun. And next we have Super Smash Bros. For the 3DS. Now this is a game just like Mario Maker 3DS and all that stuff. I highly recommend you don't play it on the 3DS. Why would you do that to yourself? So basically it's like the Wii U version of Smash Bros. But for the 3DS. So basically it did its job to hold us over for Smash Ultimate. Next game we have is Mario Kart 7. Wow, it's been so long since we had a Mario Kart game that literally years later we're still at 8. But yeah, this game was fun, and it's one of the best handheld Mario Kart games. Alright, now on to our last 3. I know, wow. And the next one is Theatrhythm Final Fantasy Curtain Call. This is a rhythm game with all the Square Enix songs, well not all of them, but most of them from the Final Fantasy series, and it's so good. They even have Nier songs, so that's pretty nice and pretty cool. And the next game we have is Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate. Now, this is like, I don't see myself playing it at all, especially with all the Monster Hunters on the Switch, Monster Hunter World. This one is kind of a fossil of a game. This was my first entry to the Monster Hunter series though, and I really enjoyed it, though it really intimidated me. So I didn't really like Monster Hunter when I played this, but once it came to the Switch, with all the DLCs and updates and all that stuff, I really loved it. And lastly, I have Metroid Samus Returns. And now that I played Metroid Dread and loving it, I plan on going to Metroid Samus Returns next, though I'm not going to go anytime soon. Need to take a break, but I'm really excited to dive into this game. Alright, and that is it for my 3DS collection. Like I said, it's sad to see it, discontinued. It had such a good legacy with it. So if you guys want to share any recommendations on 3DS games in the comments down below, I would love to hear them. Because like I said, this is just my little collection. There's a vast ton of 3DS games out there, and I just cannot stress how big of an impact this little console had. So if you like this video, hit that like button, and if you like my videos and would love to see more, then please subscribe. You will not be disappointed. You can follow me on my Twitter at Mandyleeplays. Hope you guys have a beautiful rest of the day, and as always, play a good game. Peace.